Leos, it was time for you this week to create integrity with your self-worth. That I am worthy, I deserve it, whether or not I win the lottery, whether or not I get the promotion, whether or not I get the attention, which is a big one. A lot of Leos are like out farming attention from people to fill in that self-hole, that self-esteem hole. So it's like, tell me how pretty I am, tell me how cool I am, filling up that self-esteem hole that they can't fill it themselves. Remember, the sun rules Leo. The sun doesn't need the planets to be hot. The sun doesn't need anything to be hot. It's hot. It's a star already. So if you came into that star quality inside of you and you knew that you're a star, even though all these planets are not giving you attention, you won the lesson there. If you do that, you're then going to go on to a week of making money and new revenue streams based on that new integrity. If you're not in that self-love integrity, you might see business deals and things start to go sour. And so look at your finances this week, whether it's sales or whatever. If the sales are going up, you have strong self-esteem. If the sales are going down, you do not have strong self-esteem. You're kidding yourself. You're still worried about the world to fill in that check that you cash, to cash that check. Now, the opposition to Pisces for you has to do with your personal boundaries. Your boundaries have to be constructed to where your heart is always open. You got to have a boundary structure that keeps your heart open. Now, if keeping my heart open means keeping certain people away, okay, so that's okay. Not doing certain things I don't like carrying out the garbage. I don't have an open heart when I carry out the garbage. So have the boundaries to make sure that you have an open heart with all the time, that you're keeping your heart open. And so the sun at 16 will also test that to see whether or not your heart is open about business, finance, and manifestation. And so that opposition, which again happens on Sunday, is like a little test to see, is your heart open to making money? And then Saturn in Pisces, is your heart open to receiving the money and collecting it? Because making and collecting are two different steps, by the way. And then lastly, the Venus beginning last week, I'm just realizing just how much I fall into my own astrology here. I'm like, oh, this is exactly what I said in the first half of the show. But basically, your self-talk has got to be positive. And so last week, you got a real understanding of where your mind goes rogue, where your mind throws you under the bus, where your mind gives up on yourself, where your mind goes teeter-totter and loses balance with yourself on the inside. So if you really cleared all that, and now you know like what the straight and narrow is and how to talk to yourself, then this week, Venus is going to open up to a whole bunch of ideas, conversations, and all sorts of things that really support your life. If your mind is still doubting yourself, you're going to be in conversations where people say they doubt you. You're going to have people that are not going to want to invest in you or talk to you because they can intuitively sense that you don't really talk to yourself. So why should I talk to you, Your Majesty?
It's serious job.